Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we are back. We survived it. We had a heck of a storm just passed through, and I thought I'd give you guys a little update. Sorry I haven't been posting the last couple of days. Um, we had what I would call a wet rain, cold rainstorm that turned to sleet and then froze all everything, and then it turned into really an ice storm. Very rare for us. Kind of reminiscent of what Texas went through a couple of years back. And it's a climate, this area, that's not used to that kind of thing. So we lost hundreds of trees in town. Speaking of trees, my favorite tree, doggone it, she left me. And a big, gorgeous, beautiful, I don't know, 60, 80 foot, beautiful pine, probably 40 years old. And it fell over. And on her way out, took the kids and the dogs in the car. And no, it took the power line. And yeah, pulling the power line down. And on the way down with the power line, it took the top of the power pole, which is my power to the house. So yeah, top of the power pole came off with it, and that's also connected to my solar array. So the whole thing was a tangled up mess, and thankfully none of the electrical wires were live. Well, they were all live, they weren't shorting out, and they weren't creating a problem. However, she blocked and knocked over another big tree, and that pretty much blocked my entire driveway, and including where all my feed storage is, and all the animals had to be fed. Anyway, I don't want you guys to feel sorry for me or anything like that, because that's not what this video is about. I do thank for your well wishings and whatnot, and prayers for me. I really appreciate that. But everybody's good here. All the animals are safe, and cats and dogs are all sleeping together next to the fireplace, and we're all toasty and warm. We have plenty of food, we have plenty of heat, and our power is back on temporarily. We'll see how that goes. But a bit sketchy as it is. But I really want to talk about how the morning went, and this isn't a sad story. This is a really cool story. I woke up, and we knew the power was out. Power went out in the middle of the night. It's pretty common around here. We live in the foothills of the Sierras, so I live at 3,000 feet, and it can get stormy and windy, and it's not uncommon for us to have storms. It's just never do we have cold ice storms like we are right now. We're getting an Arctic blast, and it is going east, and hang on, guys. It's cold. It's a bitter cold one, actually. For us, it's really cold. So I woke up, and I'm making my coffee, and I look out the window, and the power lines are like eye level with me, and I'm like, yeah, that's not good. I'm just thinking that's probably not good. So then you assess the situation. I'm walking around trying to figure out what was going on. And before I even had a cup of coffee in me, I had tackled virtually the entire situation. I busted out the chainsaw, realized that anywhere where I was going to cut wasn't anywhere near a power line, obviously, but I could clear out my driveway, I could get to my feed, and I could feed my animals. But it leads to why I'm making this video. There's two kinds of people in the world. And there's the people who focus on what's wrong and who's wrong, and oh my God, everything's ruined, my power's down, my life's over. Or there's the people who just do it, and they just get on with it, and they just make it happen, and call it, I don't know, vibration, spiritual, whatever beliefs you have. The energy I had, I was running around like I was 25 years old, and I was completely under control. I wasn't panicked or anything like that. I guess it's the boat captain in me. But I just tackled the situation. And by the end of the day, I had everything up and running, my solar panels running, everything up and clear, and everybody was going, and the power came on. And it led me to an understanding of we create so much of what our day is like. And I looked back And I have to tell you this. I sat at my desk at the end of the day, and hang on a second. And I started this overwhelming emotional upwelling came from the core of me outward. And to say that I was emotionally, I was bawling, you know, of joys of absolute tears of joy that I can't even like express to you, of how blessed I felt and how like tragedies don't bother me anymore. Things, I see everything as opportunity now in my life. And it was such a massive thing. And it's so weird. This is why I'm making this video. One of the things I was most thinking about and reflecting on my day was an old Elton John song that was in my head. You know, I was doing all this stuff was, you know, Someone Saved My Life Tonight's the name of the song. And one of my favorite lines in it is, thank God my music's still alive. I just reflected upon you guys all day. I was like, I was in this different zone and I was doing all these different chores and getting work done and enjoying the process. And then I thought, it doesn't matter. I have a successful YouTube channel with a great bunch of people that are like-minded people who are not sitting around worrying about what Mr. Ginsler had to say or what. It's amazing. You people look beyond. Sorry, his name isn't Mr. Ginsler. I'm going to refer to him as Mr. Burns from here on out. And anyway, you guys probably know where that's coming from. I swear he looks just like a young Mr. Burns to me. But anyway, I don't mean to insult the guy, but you know, that guy's got it coming in a lot of different ways. I don't know what he's up to, but you know, telling everybody that everything's a security is just like, you're not a judge, my man. who gave, you're going to lose, you're going to lose in court. And if you don't lose in court, the appeals are going to go on. And if the appeals go on, it's going to go straight to the Supreme Court. And I know that's not going to be upheld there. Anyway, that's my XRP rant. I have actually, one of the other reasons, now I'm off topic. I have a video that I watched the other day with Molly, from Hummingbird, and Lulu Lewis did together. Brilliant. If you haven't guys seen that, I was just like, wow, he interviewed her and the two of them really nailed it. It's a completely different perspective than I had. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to listen to that again and just start writing notes. I wrote a bunch of notes that is a totally different perspective on what they were talking about. And I'm going to shoot that video. I was going to shoot it today, but I thought I'd give you guys an update on what I've been doing. But, so anyway, a little bit caught up. I have to put a new poll in and all that stuff. But that video I'm going to make, I wrote like a page and a half of notes about different concepts that they brought up that triggered in my mind that I really want to share with you guys. So that's coming up real soon. I also have another one that I listened to a great interview with a guy about, by the name of, I don't know if any of you guys are out there, Cliff High guy fans, but I used to listen to Cliff years and years ago, back 2016, something like that, 17. Every now and then I catch his stuff, but he was interviewed by this guy, and they were talking about Web3. It's kind of old, but it was really good, and it triggered a lot of thoughts. And I'm going to do a Web3 video coming up real soon too. Let's get back to why I'm making this video. See, people can tell you that you're wrong, that you're doing something, this is bad, you should sit down and you should cry and feel sorry for yourself. Or you can have tears of joy, and you can have tears of accomplishment, and you can have a channel or a group of people in which you're part of a channel, which I consider every one of you that comment down below, and even just in a spiritual vibrational way, that you enjoy this product and you have a feeling of connection between Brent and I's content. We're connected. And I really felt the energy of everybody yesterday, and I was so pleased to have my day go as smoothly as it did. It was overwhelming to me. I look back and I was overwhelmed what I achieved in one day, and I hadn't even thought about, oh, this is going to be terrible. I can't believe it's too cold out. I never even felt the cold. I got soaked through. I think I changed 3 different times yesterday, just getting the wet clothes off me. And anyway, it was one of those days. But it was an amazing day, guys. It was one of the best days I've had on this farm. I know how that sounds. But I was laying in bed. I was telling Elizabeth, I was just like, that was an incredible day. Just an incredible, I was so blessed to be part of it. And it just made me think of everything that you and I and we have invested in, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to say what's wrong with it. You know, it gave me this huge analogy in crypto. Like, they're trying to find all the problems, and, they're going to launder money, and it's drug related, and they can hold you ransom, and all these different things, which is essentially what they do, but they don't want us intruding on whatever their, profit margins are. But they're holding it back in a negative way. A negative way never succeeds, is the point of the video. It truly is the point of the video. You will thrive if you know you're doing the right thing and you're going forward, and you are invested in something that's going to change mankind and for the better of all the people, not some group of bankers, okay, who want to control the situation and throw negative narratives out there in all of the media. And he's getting all this press about how he's already ruled on the fact that, everything except for Bitcoin is a security. I'm sorry, Mr. Burns. That's not the case. A, you're not a judge, and you're not a Supreme Court judge, and you don't make the law. You aren't any part of legislation. So give it a rest. And anybody that's listening to him and shaking in their boots in fear, please don't. The man has no power over you. These people are weak-minded. They are not expansive people. They're not growing the well-being of the face of this planet. They're trying to hold it back, and that's an avalanche that will crush them. They stand no chance against it. And I know, because I live in that energy, and we all live in that energy. We know where that energy is going. Okay, guys? Anyway, I've rambled on too long already, but don't feel sorry for us around here. We're cleaning things up, and we're going to get right back to normal, and we're really enjoying this whole process. So try to find something about your job, even the people you don't like that you work with, or things that are mundane and you don't like about your job. Try and find a positive thought in it, and try and remind yourself that this affords me to buy more Bitcoin or more XRP or more Cardano or whatever your coin of choice is. And which reminds me, I'm going to do another video about Cardano, because I've got some really good information on what those guys are up to lately. Okay, with that, I've been going on too long already. I hope you guys got something from this. Thank you so much. You guys crushed watching that video. I didn't post a link because I really wanted you guys to check out my website. Brent and I are kind of proud of it. I know there's not a lot there, but you can communicate with he and I try to check on those emails almost every single day. And I know it's snail mail, but it's what we got right now, because all the rest of the things that are out there, please do not. I don't have anything else other than this channel, okay, a website, and that's it. So if somebody's asking you to subscribe or call them or text them or chat with them, There's a few of you that have my number and that have been able to text back and forth with me. But I'm not a WhatsApp guy. That's not us, okay? I don't have that, all right? Anyway, I hope that you guys got something out of this video, and better days are coming around this farm, and we are having fun. And with that, I am out. So the other day, I'm staring at my dog, and he's staring at me, and I'm thinking, Bruno, are you talking to me? Were you talking to me? And he shook his head up and down. And I said, are you happy right now? And he shook his head sideways. And I thought, well, you must be hungry then. And he shook his head up and down. And I was like, it's almost dark. I hadn't even fed the poor guy. Bruno, man.